I didn't expect this. I didn't expect it. And what Ted did is really a very brave thing to do, and a great thing to do, because we want to bring unity to the Republican Party. We have to bring unity. It's so much easier if we have it.
Donald Trump transforming from presidential candidate to presumptive Republican nominee last night, and now conservatives who so far have refused to back him are starting to feel pressure to fall in line as this race pivots toward the general election. Trump all but clinching the nomination with a big win last night in Indiana, and Cruz's withdrawal from the race last night. Those two things put together make it pretty clear. He is less than 200 delegates away right now from 1237. I'm joined now by Sean Spicer, Communications Director and Chief Strategist for the RNC. Sean, good morning. Good to have you with us today.
Good morning, Martha.
So your reaction to last night and your thoughts on the fact that there are some who say they will never get on board.
Well, look, I think the tweet that Chairman Priebus sent out last night says it all. The math is what it is. Donald Trump doesn't have the 1237 as of right now, but the trajectory is there that he will have it, and I think that we need to start focusing on the general election and beating Hillary Clinton. This is more than just about beating Hillary Clinton, and this is why party unification is so important. She has the potential to appoint 3 up to 4 potential Supreme Court justices. That will shape the court and, frankly, this country for a generation. We don't have room in the Republican Party to lose votes. We need to gain votes. We need to build our party. We need to add more to our ranks if we ever want to keep Hillary Clinton out of the White House. So to all those who may not have been on this particular team, who've been on another candidate's team, we need to come together and understand the big picture, because a lot's at stake.
Let's take a look at one of the exit polls from last night. This one asked Indiana Republicans who did not vote for Donald Trump how they felt about Donald Trump. And you have 51% saying that they would never vote for him. And then you've got the rest who are persuadable. The 51% say they are simply not persuadable. So, you know, you say that you want them to get on board. Are you going to do anything more to take action about trying to convince them, or are you just going to let them see if they come around?
Well, I think that we need to focus on party unification for the coming weeks as we head into Cleveland. But we need to come out of Cleveland completely united as a party and focused on the big prize. So I think we do need to do a little, fence mending here and there. We had 17 amazing candidates at the start of this process. A lot of people felt very passionate about the individual that they were supporting. Maybe they even had a second choice. So for those people, we need them to all get back on the team. We need to spend a little bit of time talking about how important a united party is, bringing back some of those folks that may have supported somebody else, making sure that we make the case for a united party, and then getting everyone to focus coming out of Cleveland on the importance of winning back the White House.
All right, what about John Kasich? He says he won't get out until Donald Trump gets 1237. Are you encouraging him to do anything differently?
Nope, not at all. As we've said from the beginning, every candidate needs to run the race that they see fit. We've never been in the position of telling a candidate to stay in or get out. We won't start now. Governor Kasich has every right to stay in the race and to make the case to voters, but it's our job as a party to look out for what's best for us in order to take back the White House and have the resources necessary to help the down-ballot races as well.
In terms of Donald Trump as your candidate, I think back on this whole process and the discussions that went back and forth between Reince Priebus and Donald Trump. There was some tension at times. There was discussion about tone in this race. There were loyalty pledges that were signed to not drop out and start a third party or run as a third party candidate. What's the RNC's advice in terms of communication to Donald Trump now about the way that he should present himself, if you have any?
Well, as you know, in 2012, we issued a Growth and Opportunity Report. It talked about Republicans taking our conservative principles to places that we frankly hadn't gone in the past. I think we definitely need to do better with the black community. We need to do better with the Hispanic community. We need to go back into the Asian community. We need to do better with single unmarried women. So there's a lot of places that we can do better. I think the candidates that followed the recommendations that came out in 2012 and 2014, whether it was governors, senators, members of the House, or all the way down to mayoral races, did better and won. You look at a guy like Cory Gardner in Colorado, Barbara Comstock in Virginia, Greg Abbott in Texas, people who made going to places, reaching out to voices that haven't been heard in the past a priority, and we did much better. There's no question we need to do that. I think you heard Donald Trump express that last night. And so as we focus towards the general election and away from just primary voters, I think you're going to see a lot more focus on a Republican Party that wants to grow, that wants to go into communities that we haven't been in the past, and talk about the solutions that unite us all as Americans.
All right. Well, some would say you've got your work cut out for you, and the window gets smaller
There's no
as
question.
we get closer. Sean, thank you very much. Good to speak with you this morning.